In this video, you are the jury.
You represent true, popular justice. And I must say, your job today won't be easy. November 3rd, 1884, England. 3 men are in the dock. Tom Dudley, Edwin Stevens, and Edmund Brooks. Prosecutor Arthur Charles demands the death penalty for such a horrible and repulsive crime. Defense attorney Arthur Collins demands full acquittal, freedom, and sympathy for everything these 3 have endured. The case is highly resonant. All of England is divided in half and waiting. What will the jury decide? So, what did these 3 actually do? The thing is, they ate the 4th one. May 19, 1884, a small 16-meter yacht, the Mignonette, with a crew of 4, left Southampton. The captain is Tom Dudley, the first mate is Edwin Stevens, the sailor is Edmund Brooks, and also a 17-year-old cabin boy, Richard Parker. This was his very first voyage. But on July 5th, near the Cape of Good Hope, the ship was overturned by a 12-meter wave. The yacht went under in a couple of minutes. All 4 sailors managed to lower the lifeboat and abandon ship. All they managed to take with them were 2 cans of turnips for 4 people, and nothing else. Survival began. On the 2nd day, July 7th, they opened the first can. The weather, as if out of spite, was clear. Not a single drop fell from the sky. The sailors were holding on with their last strength. 2 days later, Brooks managed to catch a sea turtle. Huge luck. The team immediately pounced on it. They ate even the bones. But 6 days later, the sailors opened the 2nd can. That was their last food. That same day, they began drinking their own urine. July 20th, 17-year-old cabin boy Parker gets sick. He was the one who couldn't take it and started drinking seawater. Because of this, the boy was drifting into unconsciousness. And that's when they started talking about the custom of the sea. It's an unspoken code of sailors. Like the captain leaves a sinking ship last, or another one, if the crew is dying of hunger after a shipwreck, they must draw lots. It will point to the one who sacrifices his life to save the others from starvation. But there is a rule. The decision must be unanimous. Brooks and Parker refused to draw lots. It was 2 against 2. The conversation was postponed. But on July 25th, when 17-year-old Parker finally lost consciousness, Dudley and Stevens decide that the boy must be killed. The logic is simple. He is dying anyway. He won't live long regardless, and this way he will save everyone else. Stevens held the boy's legs in case he struggled. Dudley read a prayer and plunged the knife into Parker's neck. In court, Dudley recalled, "I assure you, I shall never forget how my unfortunate companions ate this horrible food. We were all like rabid wolves who had to get what was theirs. And the fact that men, fathers of children, committed such an act was beyond our understanding." Thanks to Parker's body, the team managed to survive on the boat for a few more days. And on July 29th, 4 days later, a passing ship spots the boat. When they were rescued, they told everything honestly and directly. Yes, they killed the 4th one to survive themselves. It was necessary. But, of course, they were all arrested. So, honorable members of the jury, before you are 3 men, 3 sailors who killed the 4th. But they killed to survive. They committed a terrible crime, and they didn't draw lots. Parker didn't consent. He was delirious. What decision will you make? Are they guilty or not? Do you agree with the prosecution that they should be sentenced to death? After all, this is premeditated murder. And moreover, if you think about it, there were other, more merciful options. For example, Dudley, who proposed killing the boy, could have just taken the knife and saved the others with his own body. But no, he didn't do that. He decided to kill the kid instead. On the other hand, the boy really was dying. And if they are executed, it means the court is telling sailors they should have all died together. That's also strange, because it is actually good that they saved their own lives. This case is still used in law schools today. Here is what actually happened. Brooks was reclassified as a witness. He voted against the murder and didn't take part in the killing itself. He only ate. Captain Tom Dudley spoke in court. I made the decision as captain, and I take responsibility for it. It was a terrible decision, but one born of extreme necessity. I lost one crew member, otherwise all would have perished. All my life I will pray to God for forgiveness. At first, the two sailors were found guilty and sentenced to death, but in reality, this was done to set a precedent, to show other sailors not to do this. Then the sentence was commuted to 6 months in prison, which the sailors had already served by that time. So they were simply let go. Do you agree with the court's decision?